is residuals.
Residuals?
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't use this marker. It like attacked me. I'm spelling it again.
Another day in the life.
Residuals. Our central question is, how do I know if my line of best fit is the best one? You need to be quiet. What page was that? 40 what? Was it 40 or 30? 39. All right, ready? We're going to take all our notes on this lovely paper. I don't know why it got cut off a little, but it did. We're good. No, we're good. All right, ready? Here we go. It says use the following data to create a scatter plot. Label your axes and scales. So below the number of DVD sales at a local retail store and the year in which they were sold. So we're looking at year X and then the number sold, which is Y. We have year 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. So 1999 is going to be year what? Good. 2000 is going to be year what? Then, and then 5. Right? All right. So what you're going to do first is we need to label our axes. So the bottom is going to be called what? Years. And then the side is going to be called what? Number sold. Good? All right. This is a really big graph, so we need to figure out how we want to count on the bottom. You can count by ones, you can count by halves. What do you want to do? By ones? Okay. What does it go? I think it goes all the way to 20. On the side, how do you want to count by numbers sold? Tens? Okay, you can count by tens. Ulysses, can you get that, please? It's Sergio.
What's up, dude? Oh, no.
And Jesse.
Oh, and Jesse. Oh, Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks. You guys all checked in at the same time. You need the paper for the notes, is better. Alright, now what are you going to do? Watch points. For year 0, where are we at? 200. For year 1, 180. Year 2, 125 is located between what two numbers? 120 and 130. Finish graphing. All right. I'm dying over here. 2, 125, 3, and 90. I can't see. 1, 2, 3. 4 and 100. 5 and 50. Okay, describe the correlation. What kind of correlation? Negative correlation. Which means what? Why is it negative? As the years increase, the number of DVDs sold, what? Decreases. Okay? Alright, 3. Draw a line of best fit. Identify 2 points on the line. So, you want a ruler, you can. If not, just sketch a line of best fit. Remember, you want your line to be roughly where? In the middle. So I'm going to pick these 2 points. Could you have picked different points? Yeah, you could have. I'll pick those 2 points. So it says identify the 2 points on the line. What are my 2 points on this line? 2 comma what? 2 comma 125? And 4 comma 100. Good. All right. Now what am I going to do? Write the equation. Go ahead and write the equation. What's the first thing you have to do? Find the slope. To find slope, what numbers are on the top?
100.
100. Yes, y2 minus 125, which is your y1. Good. I want to write small, so I'm not going to write the formula. What's on the bottom?
4.
4 minus 2, which is what? Negative 25 over 2. Yeah? All right, you can go ahead and give me a decimal for right now, which is negative what? 12.5. Only reason why it's going to make our life a little bit easier when we go to solve this equation. Okay? All right, what's the formula we're going to use now? Y minus what? Y1. So I'm going to say y minus, what's my y1?
Your
125 equals your slope,
12.5.
negative 12.5, times x minus 2. Yeah? Then what did you do? You distribute. If you left it as a fraction, it's fine. When you distribute, you get y minus 125 equals negative 12.5x plus 150. Okay. Sure. 25. Your answer at the end is 150. Yeah? I'm a step before that. Now what? Add 125, so then I get y equals negative 12.5x plus, that's the 150. Good? This is all review, yes? Bless you. Bless you. All right, let's read about residuals. This is where you probably want to underline things, keywords. It says residuals is the comparison between the actual data and the predicted values found by the line of best fit. So, actual data and then predicted using what? The line of best fit. So this comes from the line of best fit. Do you understand? So you remember when I gave you, we solved for the line of best fit and I said, okay, now predict what happens in year 10, and you had to plug in 10 and figure it out. It's the same thing, that's what this is talking about, okay? And then it says, they also helped us to see the quality of our line of best fit. In other words, is it a good one or is it a bad one? Is it in the right spot or is it not in the right spot? In general, the quality of your line of best fit is determined by how close the total of your residuals are to 0. So, you see the years here? Number sold, predicted values, residuals. Square the residuals. Yes, we see it? What we're going to do is this. We're going to take the years we were given. We were given years what? 0 through 5. What were the y's for those years? For year 0, what was our y? 200. For 1? 180. For 2? For 3? 4? And for 5. Okay. Good? Predicted value is y hat. It looks like this on top of it. Yes, we call it y hat. All right, EQ means your equation. What's the equation we just found? Good. Y equals negative 12.5x plus 150. Good?
Is it the same equation for everyone? Is that going to be that answer?
No, that's going to be a different equation every time you solve using this. equation is based on your line of best fit. Jabber. So when you solve this, you get this equation. Do you understand? So then this is what this is. So once I do line of best fit, that always goes here. Does that make sense? Okay. These are just from what was given at the top. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to plug it into this.
For X.
For X and for Y. Okay? Well, no, you're going to plug for X, sorry. You're going to say Y hat equals. And then you're going to say negative 12.5 times what's your X? I mean, what's your X? What's your X? 0. Plus 150. We're trying to see if this number, when we get it, if it's close to this number here. Do you understand? So we're trying to see if these values we get here are going to be really close to these values here. Got it? So you're going to solve this and you're going to get Y hat equals something. Alright, so what we're going to do is you're going to multiply with this times 0. 0 plus 150 is what? 150. Then we're going to plug in what? We're going to plug in 1. So we're going to get negative 12.5 times 1 plus what? Plus 150. Go ahead and solve for that. Tell me what you get. Because we're using the exact same equation we were given, that we solved for. Okay? So all we're doing is plugging in those numbers where we see them. Your job is to go through and plug in all of the rest. You're going to plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chains were cool to wear. That was 20 years ago. Yeah, everyone wore like the chain belt, like leather. Yeah, wallet. Mm-hmm. Like if you ever watched the movie Clueless? Yeah. I think that came out in 1999, and I was in high school. All right, finish solving the rest. Oops. Finish solving. Check with someone next to you, see if you get the same answer. Keep solving. Yeah, all of them. All of them. Oh, that's why? No. Keep going all the way. When you're done with all of them, check with someone next to you, see if you have the same answers. Nothing. I have to write an email. About you. Just kidding. Is it about you? No. No. I promise it's not. All right, we have answers? Ishmael, what's this one?
Oh, that one is 137. I got 137.
I heard you did different answers, so help me out there.
137.5.
Oh, okay. So, you gotta subtract. You have to subtract. Because that's a negative and that's a positive, which means you subtract to get 137. All right, next one, y hat. What'd you get?
125.
125? Good. Next one, y hat. 112.5. Good. Next one, y hat. 100. Why do you think I got 125 here and 100 here? Which are exactly the same? Anyone know?
Science.
What points did I use?
The same.
What points did I use to write my equation? I used 2 and 4. So if 2 and 4 don't work for the equation, then I did something wrong, right? And those are 2 points I used to write my line of best fit. That's why those come out evenly. Do you understand? Okay, next one, y hat.
Oh, wait, no, it's negative 2.
I got 87.
My writing.
I got 87.5.
Is that 87.5?
87.5. So make sure you can plug in the calculator, double check negative 12.5 times 5 plus equal, then put plus 150. Got it? We good? All right, now next part. It says you're going to do what for the residuals. You're going to do y, which is here, minus y hat. Y hat is here, which are all of these that you just found. Do you understand? Okay. So very small. I'm going to write in here super small. We're going to say y. So what's my y for the first one? 200. We're going to subtract what?
Y.
What's my y hat?
150.
150. And then you're going to tell me what I get.
Do I have to show? Oh,
50. You have to show me what you subtract, so yes. So then the next one's going to say what? 180 minus?
137.5.
Good. Equals, I don't know, use calculator. 60 what? 62.5? I don't know, check. You sure it's 62? Is it 150? All right, what's the next? Was it 50? No, 40. 42.5. And then 42.5. And then 125. Hold on. 0. And then 90 minus 112.5 is negative what?
22.5.
Okay, and then next one? 0. I can't write fast enough. And then next one? Negative 37.5. Okay, we good? Okay, now square the residuals. Means, do you see where it says y minus y hat? Yeah. You see where it says y minus y hat? Yeah. Didn't you already do this part? Yeah. Then you're going to square it. So what it means is you're going to do 50 squared. 42.5 squared. 0 squared. Negative 22.5 squared. Make sure you put that in parentheses in the calculator. 0 squared. Negative 37.5 squared. You're going to give me answers for all of these. Understood?
When you read, I thought about the movie where it says like you have 7 days to live.
I don't know that movie.
Oh, you have to see it.
No, I probably don't watch it. Is it a scary movie?
Kind of.
No, that's probably. Okay, ready? All right, 50 squared is what?
2,500.
2,500. 42.5 squared is? 1806.25?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one? 0. The next one?
506.25.
Good. The next one? And the last one? Good. We good? And see what we just did? Kinda? Alright, so listen up. What we're trying to do is decide if we have the best line of best fit. Do you understand? So did we pick the right points? Is our line in the right area? Okay? Because remember when I said to you guys, if you pick a line of best fit towards the top, and you have most of your data at the bottom, it's probably not a good line. Or I said if you pick it towards the bottom and most of your data is above it, it's not a good line. Right? I said try to pick it where? In the middle. So that's what we kind of do, is try to pick it in the middle. So now, what it says is sum of residuals and sum of squares of residuals. Your job is this. You're going to, what does sum mean? Add. You add all of these numbers right here, and the closer we are to 0, the better the line. Do you understand? So if I get 500 right here, is that a really good line? No. Probably not. If I got negative 10, is that a good line? Yeah. If I got 30, maybe, okay? It's not the worst, but it's not the greatest, okay? Do you understand what you're doing? So all you're going to do is you're going to add all of these up and see what you get. And that's what the calculator's for. Add them all up. You don't need to add in zeros, guys. No, why? It's just 0. This whole time?
He was giving it to me. I was going to take it. It was like, okay.
She has a calculator.
No, it's not even cool.
You got 32 point what? Yeah, that's right. Alright, you got 32.5 for the first one, so now what are you going to do? Add the other one. Now your sum of squares and residuals. So this one doesn't need to be necessarily close to 0 because you can't get close to 0 when you're squaring things, okay? So it just wants to see where we're at. Now if you ever take statistics your senior year, you'll do some of the stuff, but they do different types of equations. 6,000 218.75.
That's 16.
Yeah. So remember, sum means to do what? Add. And you want this number to be close to what? 0. So do we have a good line of best fit? It's okay, right? It's close to 0. It's not 100, because 100 would be kind of bad. Do you understand? So, really quick, because this is all the notes I'm doing because it takes a long time. So look at, this part was all review, yes? Okay, this is the only new part. The new part you need to know isn't necessarily sum of squares, it's residuals. And how do you get residuals? You take your line of best fit and do what? You plug into it, right? Then once you plug in, it does this. Will I probably tell you this part? Yeah. Okay? Will I tell you this part? No. Is that what you have to find? Yes. And should you know how to do this part? Yeah. Will I probably tell you the predicted values is y hat? Yes. Do you understand? Okay? So if you can follow the path, you'll be okay. Alright? We're not gonna make you like memorize like, how do I find these residuals? No. It's, can you follow the process? Do you understand? So if I give you a question, is your line of best fit the best line? You're gonna answer with what? Is this line a good line? Yeah. It's not too far from 0, right? It's an okay line. But if I get 500, what's your answer gonna be? No, I didn't pick the 2 best points on the graph, okay? Do you understand? Okay, so your homework looks exactly like this.
I might do it.
No way.
Oh boy.
For the first time.
Wait, is it just gonna be like this, like one paper?
Yeah. So what you're gonna do, you are gonna have to put this in your notebook.
No.
So what I would do is trim off the sides. You don't need the top like label. I would trim off the sides, and then if you want to like fold it a little bit, you can, so it's in there. Because you still have to write a summary. Your summary needs to answer about residuals.
So see, when you glue it, you can open it back up like that. What are you gonna crop the edge?
What?
What are you gonna crop the edge?
I cut off like this. That way it kind of, mine, it's gonna fit in mine, but I have a bigger notebook. It'll fit in yours because you have a big notebook. If you need to fold it up a little at the bottom, you can. No, we just did review yesterday. Why wasn't Jason coming today?
Because you said there was someone with a dirt bike.